Welcome back, everybody, to Unlocked Minds. I am A.Patrice, the guide for anyone who has woken up to this rabbit hole of a trip called life. So today's topic is spiritual awakening. What is the point? So I figured it would just be fitting to give my own personal journey to a spiritual awakening story. Just so you guys, can get to know me a little bit more, and maybe you can find something that relates and kind of puts your mind at ease to know that you're not woohoo. So I guess I'll start with a little bit of background. When I was a child, I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness, and during my time there, I found it difficult to imagine and really cultivate a relationship with God, because I was being told what He is, and I really hadn't experienced what He is yet. And I often found myself saying things like, "Oh, this would just be a lot easier if He would just talk to me directly. I'm so confused." Because, I was trying to be a good little Jehovah's Witness, best I can. But as I got older, I just kept having a lot of questions. I was very inquisitive as a child. And I noticed that it didn't matter the questions I had, it was always pretty much the same answer. And I couldn't really understand what the answer was. It just gave me more questions. Until one time, I remember my mom, I had my nightly routine of questions like, where does He live? How come He's let the world get like this? How is He able to hear everything, see everything, and know everything about everybody at the same time? And so my mom just summed it up quickly and just said, you know what? One day, Jehovah will become real to you. I had no idea how true that statement was. Flash forward, I ended up leaving that faith at like 14, kind of went through my adolescence, went through life, the ups, the downs, not so proud about moments, really proud about moments, just went through some weird shit. So when I hit my 30s, I lost my dad, got out of a relationship that I had been in for like over 13 and a half years. I lost my little niece. Just a lot of grief in that time. 2020 happened. It actually allowed me to really look at myself and focus on myself and get to know myself all over again. So I became well reunited with my childlike energy at this time. It's just a sweet spot to be in. I'm happy when I'm in that place. I'm honest, I'm creative, open to new possibilities. Just a great energy to be in. Somehow, I met the next character that was to come into my life. We'll call him the Catalyst. I met the Catalyst online. I was working for an app that would pay to stream. Family-friendly streaming, okay? Anywho, just 100% in every way possible attracted to this person. Was not expecting that at all. So this Catalyst opened my eyes to a certain realm of quantum physics, which is quantum jumping. He broke it down to me, kind of got me into more meditations, taught me about ways to manifest things, just really started opening my mind more. I learned a lot from this Catalyst. And of course, my heart just adored him. I really had never been this attracted to anybody ever before in my life. And then he ripped my heart through my asshole and smashed it into a bazillion pieces. I never experienced that type of pain before. I've lost some peeps, This one was different. The reason why this one was different is because I wasn't experiencing grief. I was experiencing an ego death. That shit was intense. I was depressed and emotionally eating. I didn't quite know what I believed anymore. And another element of it was this obsessive thinking about the Catalyst. I know it sounds stupid, but this is how I had spiritual awakening. This shit really happened to me. And not only all of that was going on, but a lot of extreme healing was taking place at the same time. So having that whole thing happen to you, it's confusing. It's confusing and you just want it to stop. I think it was like a month and a half in, almost going on 2 months of this shit. And one night I just begged to the higher powers up there, please make it stop. That's really what I did. I cried and I said, please make it stop. And that led me to a conversation which led me to an aha moment, the awakening. A voice in my head told me, you're doing this to yourself. And for some reason, that sentence made the heavens open and this energy clear off, and it was like, pow, I'm a whole different person. It happened like that fast. It was just that one realization of, I am doing this to myself, which led to, I have always been doing things to myself. And then down the rabbit hole of a whole bunch of other realizations that just clicked. Hence, this is really also the big inspiration for this channel, because when I was going through that, I felt like I was psycho. Do I need meds? Other side effects of this awakening that I experienced is I noticed I could feel each individual chakra. I can feel their vibration. Started having really vivid dreams. Since the awakening, I've been able to channel light language. I know, it's strange, but that shit wasn't happening before this. I also received the answer to all of the questions that I have had since childhood about Source, the creator. And it just makes complete sense to me. Yes, it spirals off into more questions still, but that's where the never-ending rabbit hole comes into place. I've also learned on this journey that that's not going to be the only moment of enlightenment and awakening that happens along the journey. You still have more. Hopefully they're just not as intense. I think the reason why people have been experiencing this phenomenon is because that's how we are going to be able to actually step into our authentic selves and onto the path of our purpose. I would never take the experience back. And I've also learned it's not something that you convert people over to. I think it's more so about learning how to simply be. And by doing that, you're actually going to teach people through your example of way of life. So that's my story about my spiritual awakening. I just want to let you guys know that when you're going through this, yeah, it can be intense. But remember, you chose it. You're gonna come out well on the other side, and continue to learn about yourself, what you were created to do. It will definitely lead you to a fulfilling life if you use it wisely. So that's the video. If you liked it, you know the deal. Comment, like, share, subscribe. If you'd like me to elaborate any further on any of the topics that I touched on today, just let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you next video.